So this video I'm going to continue from my series of infertility. Okay. I'll change that name. I won't call it infertility because actually nobody's infertile, even in Bible. It was only one person that died barren, if my memory serves me right. So I rather call it delayed fertility. Okay. What we actually have is delayed fertility because eventually we still get our gifts. God still give us our babies eventually. So I rather call it delayed fertility than infertility because you're only infertile when you die barren. That you can say so, but we are not losing hope. You don't have to lose hope. So I'll say it's delayed fertility. So let's get back to it. After my surgery and after the test, the doctor was like, okay, no. But this one, let me talk about my IVF journey. A lot of people, this video will surprise you. People didn't really know that I tried IVF. I tried IVF, yes. I did IVF. And sadly, it failed. That was one of my lowest moments in life because it got to a point after the surgery and conception wasn't forthcoming. My husband, seems my husband lost hope because he he saw it was affecting me. Yes, I agreed, and he was okay. We can just go and adopt. But I held the word of God. I said adoption is no problem, but I must conceive and bring forth my own child, and I will adopt no problem, but I will conceive and bring forth. The Bible didn't say you that we are. He said we will bear fruit in our due season. He said we will bear fruit. Even God hates barrenness. That was why when God saw the fig tree that was not bearing fruit, he cursed it. So God hates barrenness. So why will I? Why will I be experiencing what God hates? I prayed, I cried when my husband, the way he said it, I felt, oh, this man has lost hope. I feel I'm the only one fighting alone. And I cried and I buckled up. Yes, and I felt I was the only one fighting for this alone. And I felt so lonely. You know, trying to conceive can make you a loner. Some people, being that I'm an introvert, it wasn't it. I always pull myself off from people in my office when they're discussing about kids. I always I felt directly being that was being attacked. They were talking about their kids and me, I'm feeling bad. So that was how bad it was for me. And before my husband has lost hope before I now brought up the IVF. I said, okay, let's try IVF. Afterwards, but he was like, let's keep trying. You never can tell. Let's keep trying. So all of a sudden, I wouldn't know. And you know, men, they conceal a lot. You wouldn't know his experience or what he encountered outside. Because I noticed that all of a sudden, my husband just came in one day and said, um, babe, you said you want to do IVF. Can we just go and do it? Let's go and meet a doctor and do it. And I was dragging my feet. I was like, I'm not ready. I need to prepare. I was like, no, we're doing it immediately. And that was it. And when I did IVF, like I said, be your own self advocate. When I was doing the first cycle I did, on the day 5, when they scanned it, the follicles weren't developing very well because I wasn't prepared mentally, physically. I was not, emotionally, I was not there. I actually requested from the doctor of blessed memory that we should cancel. Instead, that we should cancel that cycle. Being that I've not researched so much about it, I wasn't ready. I didn't know what I was doing, but I told him, let's cancel it. But they were like, no, it will be fine. That's it. That's how it is. Before you know it, at least we'll get it. They said all they could say to convince me. And being that I was just alone at that moment when you feel anything, and I don't know what I was thinking. My mind was blank. At that, at the moment where I can't even think and make decisions, I was at that place at that moment. So if I could summon courage to make my own suggestion and they talk it down, I'm like, because definitely my husband will go with the doctor and be like, okay, yeah, doctor has already said this. There are doctors and all that. That's his. I understand. That's his understanding of it. But for me, I know doctor is doesn't have the final say, and it's not that they're 100% sure. Most of this treatment is trial and error. Our bodies are different. It's not the way it's written on textbooks. Our bodies are different. So afterwards they retrieved the eggs, and they asked me to come for transfer. I did fresh transfer. On the day of the transfer, it happens that the whole of the embryos died off. None was alive. I cried. I cried. I cried. The pain I went through, the stress, the emotional torture. I cried. The doctor hugged me. I went through a lot of pain, emotional torture. I was asking myself questions like what it is. I was It got to a point that I stopped asking God for baby, because you know what I said, told God, I know whether you do it or you didn't do it, whether you do it or you don't do it, you're still God. Is my condition not is not going to change anything to who you are. Just have mercy. Have mercy. So after that, I spoke to myself. I was the only one that can encourage myself, because I didn't even tell anyone I was doing IVF. And this video is going to be a shock to a lot of people that knows me and know my struggle. They didn't know I did IVF. They never knew I tried it. So yeah, it was a shock to me, and I dust myself up. I started reading testimonies of people that tried IVF and it failed, and afterwards they were able to conceive. I keyed into that. I tapped into the testimony. I said that would be my case. IVF has failed. That means I have to do every other thing on my own. Since yeah, so share the things I did. I did the massage, how I was doing ovarian massage and womb massage, the vitamins I took, and the what should I what should, the things I was doing, and that actually helped me to conceive on my own after I failed IVF. Thank you so much for watching. This was a bit emotional for me, remembering what I went through, and there's I'm still sharing. Just put yourself together. But one thing you should know is there's still light at the end of the tunnel. My story turned out positive. Reason why I can come and face the public and share my story. So yours is gonna come out positive as well. So, but remembering what I went through, trying to conceive is torture. It messed me up psychologically. Even after having babies, I had to see psychologists to help me. It's a trauma on its own. I know, I understand. So talking about it, the emotions tends to flow back. Yeah, but he ended in praise. So thank you so much for watching. My next video, I'll share um the what I did that made it work after I failed IVF. Thank you so much for watching. Love you all. Please do well to subscribe.